For a look at what the newspapers may be saying tomorrow, we are now joined by Amanze Obi, former chairman, editorial board, The Sun newspapers. Thank you for joining us on Nigeria Tonight. What's your prediction into the papers? What's your spotlight for tomorrow?
Thank you, News Anchor. My proper designation is Doctor. I'm Dr. Amanze, be not Mr. Please.
All right, noted, Doctor. Apologies.
It's all right. I think one of the news items that will dominate the headlines tomorrow is going to be about the ministerial nominees. The Senate expected today that the president was going to submit a list. Senators were expectant, but nothing happened. And I'm sure the newspapers, the news media will go awash with that tomorrow. They'll be interested in knowing why the president has not submitted the list of the ministerial nominees. Is important, and there is a deadline, and the deadline is almost here with us. So there is anxiety. What is happening? So that's going to be an issue in the newspapers tomorrow. And then there's going to be the issue of the denial by the office of the Chief Justice of Nigeria that he spoke with President Tinubu over a possible rerun election following the court case we have at the tribunal. So the office of the CJN has said the Chief Justice of Nigeria did not speak with the president. And so people will be interested, in the last couple of days, it was trending that there was a conversation between the president and the Chief Justice of Nigeria. And now the Chief Justice has cleared the air that he never had any such conversation with the president. In situations like this, everybody's interested in what is going to happen at the tribunal. What's the judgment going to be like? Who is it going to favor? So it's a serious national issue. And so this denial by the CJN will also attract a lot of headlines, a lot of attention, a lot of talking points tomorrow. And then, of course, another curious thing is the one from Directorate of State Services, DSS. Saying that the governor of Enugu State has been cleared of the issue of certificate forgery, NYSC certificate forgery. So that's going to be an issue because I'm wondering, is it the job of the DSS, when did it become the job of the DSS to issue a statement on a certificate issued by an agency of government that has nothing to do with security and all of that? I think it's the job of the NYSC to say this is our certificate or it is not our certificate. I don't see how it becomes a matter for the DSS to intervene in. But having done that, I think the press will be interested by tomorrow.
I'm very sure people will be interested in that story. There are other low-key issues that are coming up, like the NLC threatening that they will pull out of talks with the federal government. Earlier, we actually had the NLC head of international relations, that's Mr. Ezewuike, and he talked about, their annoyance with how the government is going about. Do you expect to see the NLC headlining the news in the coming days?
No. I don't see that because for me, NLC has nothing to do with the issue of fuel, prices of petroleum products at this time because there's food deregulation. And so these things are determined by market forces. What the NLC is trying to tell government to do is to begin to regulate again. So you can't deregulate and at the same time regulate. Because if you say government should keep the price of fuel at a certain level, that means there is still regulation. So what the NLC is doing there, for me, they shouldn't do it. Let this deregulation regime continue. What we need is for government to have a good plan on how to go about it so that Nigerians will not continue to suffer the way they're doing right now.
Okay. Are there any low-hanging ones?
Yes. Ms. Sommer's apology matters. Her apology to the committee of the House of Reps, which was it's been in the news this evening, and I'm sure by tomorrow the press will go and watch it also. Her apology on national television, I think, will bring a new dimension to the whole thing. And I think when she was speaking, a lot of people had sympathy for her. She drew a lot of sympathy. she has admitted she did something wrong and she has apologized. And I think Nigerians will talk more about that. The press should be able to take interest in that right.
I, for one, I'm interested in seeing what Nigerians will say because a lot of emotions are involved in that story. All right.
Yeah, so you're looking for what Nigerians will say? Yeah,
I'm
sure.
looking forward to the expressions on social media and generally because that was a very emotive issue for a lot of people. Thank you very much,
Exactly.
Dr. Amanze
Thank you.
Obi.